Hello, hi, I'm Hazel Oddities. I'm making a Mimikyu plush army. I'm working on 2 more of this one, and I'm working on a Spiritomb, and I didn't have colors for a normal shiny, I didn't have colors for a normal Spiritomb, so I ended up making a shiny Spiritomb, which is another blue one. If you didn't see last week's video, it's all blue, and there's like 5 minutes to the shop update where I'm dropping the Psyducks, all the Mikus, because I have like, I think 8 of them now, including these 2. And then 1 shiny Hisuian Zorua, which is also blue. And now I made a blue Spiritomb, which is just crazy. But yeah, like 5 minutes until the shop drop, and I decided to do my intro, start the new video and everything, before hopefully getting some orders, packaging up all these guys, and yeah, hopefully work on these 2, get these 2 done, hopefully tonight/tomorrow, get everything to the post office. I'm fully assuming that I'm going to sell at least a few of them. And yeah, just keep working. I'm working on the 31 Days of Mimikyu, which is October's. Spiritomb being Halloween, so you all get first look at this. So yeah, that's what's happening. Okay, so yeah, hold on. There we go. Okay, yeah, Miku's sold out within like 4 minutes. All 8, so sorry. So yeah, all 8 Miku's sold out within like 4 minutes. I knew those were gonna be the popular ones. I knew that they would sell out fast. But yeah, 4 minutes. So anyways, first 4 orders I am going to attempt to get to the post office today. Post office closes in about 40 minutes. So I'm gonna try a speed run getting these 4 packaged up. The first 4 were 2 medium and then 2 large, so that's what I am doing here. Yeah, I want to film, I want to do content, but also I want to get these out as soon as possible. So these 4 will be sent out tonight, and then I'll do the rest tomorrow, especially since I'm finishing 2 of them still, and hopefully, you know, maybe one of the Psyducks or the Hisuian Zorua will sell as well. So yeah, gonna speed run. Alright, so I did get to the post office with 10 minutes to spare before they closed and dropped off the first 4 packages, and while I was out, I did sell these 2, so the Hisuian Zorua and the medium shiny Psyduck. Like I said, a very blue drop. So I only have the large shiny Psyduck left. Hopefully it can get adopted before the end of the weekend, but regardless, I am going to package these 6 up, and I'll take them to the post office tomorrow on Saturday, hopefully while it's not raining, because they are calling for rain. Yeah, so excited, and then hopefully I can get to working on some other stuff. It is almost 9 p.m, so I am going to just package these up, probably go to bed after that. I have made a pyramid of boxes. But yeah, those are the last 6, and I'll get those sent out tomorrow. I will double check, see if anything else sold in the morning, but yeah, there we go, and I made a little pyramid with them. Little kitty! Shinzo kitty! So this one is done in embroidering, however, is very wibbly wobbly, and I do not know why, Like, it looks good, and then you turn to the side and it's all wibbly wobbly, especially the ears. The ears are all curled up. And the thing is that it didn't happen on this one. The ear is a little bit curled up, but the mouth and eyes fine, and I don't know why it's doing this. Like, I don't know, because the eyes are even like a little bit wobbly. And like, it could be because I used two. It could be that I just kept that one in the hoop longer. I don't know. I posted on Twitter and Blue Sky because I am mutuals with a bunch of other plushie artists. So maybe someone else knows why. And like, the feet are curled up too, but I don't mind that. That's fine. But the head being all wibbly wobbly is not good. And like, it looks good. There's some white outline still from the wash away stabilizer, but like, it can't be wibbly wobbly. I need to try and fix that, especially if the ears are going to be that. I guess it's fine if they're kind of forward, but I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that, and I need to figure out why it's doing that before I continue. If it's like a tension thing, if I need to turn the tension down on my machine, which I might try doing that. But like, besides that, this looks really good. The feet, I might make the satin stitch around the paws a bit bigger, because I do feel like that's a bit of an issue, but like, it looks good besides that, I think. It kind of looks like Shinzo. I might have to include, I also think I made the cut a bit too far down on the back of the head. I might have to include his scarf to make it a bit more obvious it's him. I think once I make the others, it'll be far more obvious, because like, Midoriya, you add the diamond freckles and everyone knows that that's him, basically. But yeah, so that's the new problem I'm having, is the fact that the embroidery is all wibbly wobbly. There is a embroidery file that I have that I bought, where it's like, it makes a little Magikarp plush. I might spend some time making that to see if it's an issue with my machine doing it, or like how I'm hooping the fabric, or if it's an issue with the embroidery file. So I might be spending some time having that run, essentially, while I work on patterns. Yeah, I think that's the plan, but like, otherwise, he's cute. I just, I will probably still keep this one. I'm not going to scrap it. I'm just going to try and iron it the best I can, and then this one's just going to be mine. So, I'll keep the prototype, essentially. And also mess and see what I'm doing with like beans and such. I think beans in the body, beans maybe at the end of the tail, or I might just stuff the tail. I don't know. Like I said, it's gonna mess with it to see how I want to stuff them. Okay, I did get more advice, so whoop, ignore all that. So I did do it again. Two people suggested using cutaway stabilizer, which is what this is. One person though did say that it's not great for in the hoop stuff, and to just double up on the tearaway stabilizer. So we'll see how this goes. I am also just leaving it in the stabilizer. I will cut as much of this out as possible. But like, I will cut out as much of this as possible. Same thing with the tail, cut as much out as possible. But I'm also just gonna leave it for a bit, because like, my tester is fine, so I think maybe just leaving it on the stabilizer might help. I did also lower the tension, so I think, yeah, I think this is like helping already. And then I tested it with a jumbo Mimikyu face, because I also have that issue with the Mimikyus, so I'm actually going to just take this out of the hoop and take away the stabilizer as much off as possible. And see how this does, see if the cutaway stabilizer helps or not. There's water soluble on top, cutaway on bottom. Oh, okay, I can already see that it's like still a bit wobbly. Like, it's still a bit wobbly, but it's not as like wibbly wobbly as it normally is. Oh yeah, you can see it curving on that one. Yeah. Okay. I think it's definitely better. But it's still something I need to mess with. So, I think I'm just gonna leave both of them on the stabilizer though, and maybe even just like flatten that a little bit with something. And see if letting it sit helps. Cause I feel like it helps. I don't know why, but I feel like it helps. So I'm gonna squish this and just let it sit for like a day or two and deal with it in the future. Because I do want to move on to working on the 31 days and working on patterns. I desperately need to... I have like 22 patterned. I need to get the other 9 patterned, and then I need to see what I'm doing. I also need to get like the next like 5 embroidered. If I can get the next 5 embroidered, I'll feel a lot better of where I'm at. I made a donut. Okay, it's actually really hard and strange to machine sew a donut, which is why this is so uneven. It could also be my stuffing that's uneven, but yeah, you have to like fold it really weirdly in order to actually machine sew the inner and outer circles. Anyways, it's actually like a perfect size. Hold on. It's got a little tire tube, little raft. Yeah, no, it's actually the size I need it to be. I might make the inner circle just a little bit smaller and the outer circle a little bit bigger just to make it a bit easier to sew. The large size as well will also be easier. So this is for War Rabbit, which is a beta Pokemon, which is really cute. So there's the ear, and then I have the other part of the tail that I'm going to stuff real quick so I can test. Okay, I think that actually works really well. Because it's like a little fluffy part that like wraps around the tube, which I'm not sure if the tube is meant to be part of the tail and it's just wrapped around the body, or if it's just a tube, or, you know, donut, life preserver, raft, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, no, I think that actually works really well. That fit better than I thought it would. So yeah, I'm gonna call War Rabbit done, finally. I meant to finish this pattern a while ago, and then I am gonna make the inner one a bit smaller. But yeah, so I'm shocked that that worked as well as it did. Okay, so here's Haunter. Obviously it's just on one side, so try and imagine it. And then the little hand. So there would be 2 hands. I would do some like hand sewing just to get it. It's this side hand. I'm not going to do the tongue out just because I'm doing the hands. I'm going to have the hands be magnetic, which I think will be really cute. So I think that's it. I think that'll be fine. It'll be good. It's hard to imagine because you need to do like, yeah. But I'm going to say Haunter's done and move it along to the next step. Okay. Alright, I always start things like that. So, this one is with the tearaway stabilizer. I'm not completely sure if I like the tearaway stabilizer. I am going to test again using 2 layers of... Sorry, cutaway. This is cutaway. Cutaway. I'm going to try again using 2 layers of the tearaway instead, but it's definitely less wibbly wobbly, but still a little wibbly wobbly. So I think I am also going to try turning the tension down one more, see if that helps. But this one's definitely better. However, I stuffed it, and stuffing it did change the shape. So I am actually going to change it and just for the head shape itself, just scale up a little bit, and then the mouth's fine. Maybe move the ears up a bit though. It's still good. I still like it. The head just seems a bit squishy now in comparison. So I'm going to change the outline. I'm going to test it again with the tearaway. This definitely means that I'm going to have some B grade Shinzos. This one at least I'll turn into a B grade. I also need to see if the tail is salvageable or not with the cutaway. Because I did cut through the thread on the head and had to sew it. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do another test. I've done so many tests, but I also know that the process will be faster the next time. Anyways, I'm going to make those changes, do another test. Alright, so here's Totodile's pattern test. I think this is good enough, to be honest. It still looks a bit froggy, but I'm gonna say that's good. I'm also working on Rattata, and I did one with swirl eyes, and look at this cutie pie. So I got one with button eyes, and then one with swirl eyes. So, a little tooth. So yeah, really cute. Yeah, you can see, kind of. So I'm almost done sewing the Rattata, and then I need to embroider and sew a Alolan Rattata, because I'm doing both Rattatas on the same day for the 31 days. Also, don't think I showed this. I might have, but here is how Shinzo's looking like. It's still a bit wobbly, the ears are still curling, but I kind of think that looks cute. So, body, head, tail. So I think that looks really cute. The body's a bit scrunched just to keep the beans in. But yeah, there we go. I am at least happy with that, and I do need to do another body because I did edit the paws a little bit, but still super cute. So I need to do this one's body. This one is just going to essentially be a prototype because I don't want to take away the squishy head. I'm honestly not sure which head I prefer. I do think I prefer this one still for the final one, but I'll take the squishy head and I'm going to keep it for myself because I do want one of these. Obviously, the whole reason why I'm making these is so that I can have one for myself. But hopefully other people like them as well. So yeah, I prefer this one, I think. Ta-da! So I've just been working straight through. I managed to finish these 3. I do think that the ears for the Rattatas might be a bit small, but I will fix it later if that is truly the case. Regardless, beyond that, I think it's good. The whiskers also on this one might be a bit too long. The tails are wonderful. This one also needs a top hat. And then with Spiritomb, I talked with my roommates about this because it is literally just like a Spiritomb head on top of a Mimikyu body. Like, I didn't do the keystone patterning or anything because I was already like, it doesn't really look like a Mimikyu right now, but Spiritomb also has the swirl eyes, so even if I embroider the Mimikyu swirl eyes, it's still going to look like Spiritomb. So I think this is just how Spiritomb's going to be in Mimikyu form. Regardless, the medium size is easy to do at the very least, so it'll be on the cheaper side. And then I did solid body colors for the Rattatas to also keep them cheaper. I do think the whiskers are a little bit too long on that one, but I'm gonna call them done for now and maybe come back to them. I could also just have been staring at them too long. They look fine on the screen, honestly. The Rattatas, the whiskers are a bit long. This one, this one desperately needs like a top hat or something. But yeah. Anyways, both Rattatas will be for the same day, so that is day 6. Spiritomb, I need to make 2 more in the original colors, which I'm waiting on. So that is just 1 out of 3 done. But yeah. Regardless, this is where I'm ending the video because I need to make more Mimikyu bases at this point, and that's not going to be interesting to watch. So, thank you for watching if you did make it this far. I really appreciate you, and see you next week. Bye!